I'm still inside you, and it's driving you insane.
That's the right idea.
Thought you had moved on, but you lingered for too long. I'm still inside you, and it's driving you insane.
All right, good. All right, now let's start doing a line at a time.
Okay.
Look, like the vibe is there. Got the right idea. First line still.
I hate my falsetto sound.
Huh?
I hate my falsetto sound. I sound like a Muppet.
It's gonna be cool in the mix.
I mean, it'll be cool in the mix, but I sound like a Muppet, don't even lie.
I think you sound like a Muppet. Why would you change somebody's conscience like that and say you sound like a Muppet? You sound
I do sound like a Muppet.
You sound like a girl singing falsetto, that's all, or head voice.
You thought you had.
Right. That first one has so much character.
I know!
Right? So let's look to match that. No. You say it like it's a bad thing. That's a good thing.
No, it's a good thing, but like trying to match it in my falsetto, which
It's
is
tricky.
my weakest link.
Stop saying it's your weakest link. It's not your weakest link. Remember, it's just like this. It's like if you're painting a house and you got all this brown, and then basically you come back and you're just doing a little trim work up here. Oh, well, the trim work wasn't important. It's all important, right? And the sum of parts is in the studio, as you know, is always bigger than the whole. It'll be like, man, take the Beatles vocals, right? McCartney or Lennon's by themselves not so cool. Man, you put them together, you love me, yeah, all four of them together sounds fucking badass, right? So you got to think about it in that way. That you made this say, oh, this may sound like the Ringo vocal right now, but all together it's badass. So you gotta stop, get that negative talk after every take. You gotta chuck that in the garbage can because that's gonna destroy you.
Now life is closing in.
That's cool. Yeah, fuck yeah, that's cool. It's also, I pity you in a second when you have to double that because you ended like a 1.5 or something. But that's cool. No, that's badass.
I pity the fool.
That's killer. Don't change that. That's killer. Pitch is good. Delivery is good. Vibe is cool. That has a kind of a mini squeak at the end, which gives us a place to go at the very, very end of this. So give me 1 second here. It's basically what happens, when you're kind of starting to get some, it's like.
Not scared of the big old polar bear, Kevin, anymore?
Was there a polar bear?
You were kind of, not that I was intimidated by you, but it's like.
It's so deadpan. I get it. Well, I think it's probably less that I'm intimidating. It's less that it's fear of the unknown. That's all. You could be like going to a new job at, H-Mart or it'd be like, okay, it's just fear of the unknown.
I mean, you could say that, or you could just be a cool polar bear.
Okay, I'll be a cool polar bear. I think it's basically like the fun and the joy and the madness is just taking all of it is the madness part of it is that it almost becomes like doing a record is almost boring, right? If you can get in your headspace that you're going to go and just be like, okay, we're just going to work, we're going to work, and we're going to figure it out, and we're not going to stop until it's cool, and it almost becomes boring. It takes all the nervousness out of it, but the first time before that, it's not. So next time when you come back, oh my gosh, I'm afraid of doing the next song. I'm afraid of doing harmonies or guitar parts. You just go, nah, we're just going to work and we're going to figure it out together, But for many, many times, and also part of the fun about doing it this way is, many bands get stressed because it's time and budget, If you just say, we're just going to work until it's right, there's no sense of stress about it,
Yeah.
And again, like shooting a movie, people are like, oh man, I want to show up and see De Niro act through a scene, and you go, man, I got to see him do 2 lines today. It's really boring. He didn't do anything. Is that really what acting is? And you're like, yeah, that's all that acting is.
I was in an extra for, I think it was called Man of the House.
What's the name of it?
Man of the House.
That sounds really, is that a horror?
Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, yeah, that sounds, I know that movie, yeah.
Yeah, we were an extra, and God, it took all day just to film like a 1-minute scene in the stadium. All day.
All day.
It was cold and hot at parts, and you're just in the sun in this stadium. And Tommy Lee Jones was out there for like a whopping 2 minutes, and the rest was a stump double.
Yeah, you know, it's funny, I was trying to tell you about my best friend lost, well, you can turn this one off. Those two, let me hear them. All right, let's keep going. Jesus Christ. Machine. Fuck yeah. Let me tune. You can have a seat. I mean, that sounds fucking badass. Let me just tune these up here, and then we can fly these around in a minute.